Om Shanti. This is Sakar Murli of 19th April 2023. Essence. Sweet children, you have to go back to your sweet home. Therefore, end your accounts of given and take with your old world and settle your karmic accounts. Become conqueror of sinful actions with the power of yoga. Question. Why do you children become lighthouse and have yoga with the Father? Answer. Because you have to take everyone across the solitary channel of his hell. You sit in yoga in order to give everyone a searchlight and also to go to the land of liberation and the land of liberation in life. You are also spiritual guides. You have to show everyone the way to your sweet home. Give everyone the wings of knowledge and yoga. Song. O beloved, come and meet me. Om Shanti. It has been explained to you children also that when the night comes totally dark, the beloved of your lovers come, that is the bridegroom of your brides come. Why do you call brides? Because when you children are with those bodies, you are brides. You brides remember your bodiless bridegrooms. The Father says, you children know that the Supreme Father, Supreme Soul, come from the Supreme Abode, entered the body of and teach you. He tells your deep things. The Father has explained, children, consider yourself to be bodiless. I am a soul. This is my body. The soul has developed the faith that it has now extremely darkness. That is, the world is now Tamo Pradhan. This world is now to be destroyed. The Father has come to take you back. There will be the dead silence when you go back in the bodiless stage. When a soul comes bodiless, there is a dead silence in that form. At night, the soul in the body, but the soul in the tide, that therefore becomes bodiless. He doesn't have awareness of the body, and that is called sleep. You children have to sit here and consider yourself to be bodiless. So there will then be peace of dead silence. You will understand that you are sitting here bodiless. When the person goes away from the form, there is such a silence without that person. So when all those souls leave and everyone body is destroyed, there will be so much dead silence. Billions of people will die. That is your almighty form. All souls will enter written form. You know that the Father is the ocean of knowledge. If he were omnipresent, everyone could be the ocean of knowledge and the purifier. However, it is not like that. The Father sits here and explains to you children, just as I, the Supreme Soul, am a star. So you too are the stars. It is just that I cannot enter birth and death, whereas you have to go into the rebirth and play your parts of 84 births, just as you are souls. I too am a soul. You just one's prize is individual, president and prime minister, each has his own part. In the same way, my part too is different. I am knowledgeable. I know give knowledge to the children. You know that you are going to the Baba's home. Baba has come to take us back. Baba is our guide and liberator, liberates us from the sorrow. You are the Pandavas army. You know that we were on the pilgrimage. Our guide is Supreme Father, Supreme Soul himself. You show everyone the path. So the Brahmins too are the spiritual guides. Those Brahmins are physical guides. You have to ask everyone If you will be go to the pilgrimage with you, ask your friends and relatives, etc. Will you go on the spiritual pilgrimage? For instance, when someone goes on the pilgrimage, he asks all close families whether they have to go into the pilgrimage with him. Similarly, the Father asks you, will you go on this pilgrimage? Only the spiritual guide can teach this pilgrimage. He alone knows that the way to the sweet home. Physical guide can become spiritual, but the spiritual guide cannot become physical. The Father could not tell you go to physical pilgrimage. You can only become a guide to place when you are already seen it before. There isn't anyone who has seen sweet foam and it take back there. They don't even know this sweet foam. The wings of souls have been cut off. Souls cannot receive wings until the Father comes. No one can mend them until then. Only they have yoga with your receiving wings. Everyone has to return. Some become conqueror of sin with the power of yoga, and some settle their accounts with punishment. All of karmic accounts of the sorrow has been settled. This too is fixed in the drama. When you are in the womb, you have the vision of the sins you have committed and experience punishment in the womb and then come out. Now countless people are dying. All have settled their karmic accounts. By finishing your accounts of give and take with the old world, you have now accumulated your karmic for the new world. The Father says, stay in yoga and your sins will be absolved. Then, by spinning the discussion of self-realization, you will accumulate a lot of wealth. You receive health by having yoga and wealth by studying knowledge to the existence that if remember the Father according you have received the body that is the free from diseases. The world doesn't know these things. They consider Vishnu to be spin off the discussion of self-realization. They have given form the conch cells, discuss melts the lotus, etc. He doesn't have a blow of catch cell. You have this conch cell, you bow it. You say Manvana bow, Madhyaji bow. It is so easy. You are lighthouse. You show everyone on the path of land of liberation, and then you will go to the land of liberation in life. You have yoga and you the searchlight of the take everyone across the salt channel of hell. You have to go in the land of liberation. You then go the searchlight to go the land of liberation in life. This is the unlimited drama which continue to move like a lotus. We are the actors and we have the part of 84 parts in the drama. No one knows that God come and taught us easy Raj Yoga. God has to come to at the confluence age of easy state. You now know that you meet him at the confluence age of the previous cycle and that will be continue to meet him. Many children will meet him. Some children are influenced by the bad company and thereby stop studying. While moving alone, their hearts become attachment to others and intoxication of the study is lost. There is very good intoxication of studying in celibacy. Only a few rare ones take up the study after marriage. Some pass those studies very well and whereas others take time because we indulge in vice. They are unable to imbibe it. A soul imbibes a godly education and this spiritual education. The samskaras of becoming a barrister are in a soul. And so that soul carries those samskaras with him. That soul then takes birth and studies to become a barrister again. You do not need to study to become a engineer or barrister, etc. there. Your intellect automatically remains Sato Pradhan there. You know that just as you build palaces in the previous cycle, so you will begin to build him again in the same way. The drama will make you to the same thing again that you did in the previous cycle. You will not be make effort. However, you have to learn a language. There we will be go to the school in the vitamins, small aeroplanes. The houses were be the very big. So one home will be the big as the area of the fall of Abu. Then there could be another palace of similar size in the Abu road, that much distance apart. There will be a lot of land there. Even the subjects could be lot of land. They too are the big palaces. Look how many people there in the Bombay now. Bombay is not remain. There wasn't big Karachi. Everyone will be live in the banks of the sweet rivers. All rivers will flow under the control. None of them could even dare to overflow. All the elements, etc., will be in order. You are conquered the elements. You even rule the 5 elements. They will never cause mischief. Therefore, you have to follow your father's Srimad. The father says, lust is the greatest enemy. Conquer it, otherwise you won't receive the inheritance. If you fall at this time, you will fall every cycle and you won't then receive another chance. When a student fails in a worldly education, he studies again. You won't receive this chance here. This is a chance of every cycle. The attachment is very high. You have to explain. Sannyasis say that it is impossible for both to remain pure. Tell them no, it is possible. Why it is impossible for the sannyasis? Because there is Hatha Yoga and they renounce their homes and families and go away. When that time Shankaracharya will come, Bharat began to become impure, and so the sannyasis come and support it. They receive the fruit of that once Shankaracharya service in that they come gurus of even the government. The respect of your children is the greatest. No one else can have the income that you have. Even you giving 1 paisa, poor ones receive a palace. You see the instant fruit in the divine vision. The bestower of divine vision comes and teach you. How else could you have about your aim and objective? This is why visions are given to mothers. Meera did so much tapasya, but she was able to become a master of paradise. The Father says, I am the one who grant vision. By receiving the divine drishti of a second, you go and dance in paradise. There is no question of tapasya, etc. In that people on the path of devotion of the vision, after doing a lot of intense devotion. I hold the key to divine visions in my hand. I don't give to anyone on the path of devotion the grand visions while sitting here in the form, whereas I make you children of the masters of the world. There are many types of people in the world. Some are aggressed in wealth, some are engrossed in science, and others are engrossed in something else. However, compared to you, all of that is not worth a penny. Everyone's wealth is to return to dust. Everything will turn as ash. Some people's wealth will be remain buried underground. Many achievements will also loot it. Each and everyone loves those who are the same as themselves. As soon as they see others, they become hot tempered. Day by day, you will see how much many people will continue to go killed. People want everyone go to back to their once and own places of country, and so they depart from the remaining the Father. You know that you are the bodiless souls. You have now complete your parts of the 84 paths. There are billions of souls. Baba could not tell you the life story of each one of them. He could only tell you story of the main ones. You have the main ones. Your temples have been built. There could be the many temples of the Jagadamba and Jagatpita. There is also the memorial of paradise. Their living temples are in the golden age. Not all the actors of the heaven can be accommodated in the non-living temples. The temples are just a memorial in the form of a model. The temples of Lakshmi to Narayan is so small. In the golden age, the living temples will be so big. There will be so many gardens and parks. The Mughal gardens are nothing compared to those gardens. The fruit, etc. There will be so good. Won't even ask. There is the difference in the day and night. As a tree grows old to begin after bearing fruit, it is then said that the tree has cleaned. Everything of this palace has to end. Mangoes there will be the first class. You are now established their kingdom by following Srimad. So you have to follow Srimad. You also have to become pure. There is nothing difficult about it. By becoming the pure of the one birth, you will rule a kingdom in heaven for 21 births. Who could be such that they could become the pure and follow Srimad? You know that Bharat was the land of truth. There was the true kingdom there. There is now the land of falsehood. People continue to tell lies about everything. They say so and so emerged in the light, or they went away the land of Nirvana. You now have to land of Nirvana is the place of residence. You tell everything accurately. The Father is called the truth. He established the land of truth. Devotees remember God for the birth after birth, but they won't know God. That beloved now gives you children your fortune of the kingdom and hide himself away. This is why it is said, only you know your way to means. Therefore, surely no one else know them. O God, only you know your way to that mean. No one else can know them. What happened? Follow Srimad. You receive liberation in salvation. Only you know this. The Father is now giving you children Srimad. Consider yourself to be souls and remember me. Could you teach the promise that be able to enable the students to sit on the seat of barrister? Students themselves teach and sit on the seat of barrister. The Father says to extend that you remember me, you will accordingly be liberated and your sins will be with yoga. By remembering me, it is as through you souls are coming to me. You are now keeping your chariot. Some people charts are half an hour, and others have charts 1.25 hours. Some are not charts even 5 minutes. Some have the good charts. You will have the vision of this. At school, teachers and students themselves could understand how many marks they have it. You cannot be made it sit number wise there. You could have then become disheartened. This is why the rosary cannot be created now. Maya make even good even fluctuate. If you don't follow Srimad, Maya will punch you. This requires effort. You are now going to Supreme Abad. Our 84 births are complete. Baba has come to take us back. Therefore, you have to remember the Father. You also have to give others one mantra. You won't have to chant any mantras. Gurus give many different types of mantras. The Father says, remember your beloved. The beloved has come to the lovers. Souls of the whole world are the lovers who remember him. Acha, to the sweetest beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. The spiritual children says Namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for Dharana. First point, never become influenced by bad company and stop studying. Do not attach your heart to bodily beings. The way to become liberated from the performing sins in having remembrance. Therefore, definitely keep a chart of remembrance. Promise yourself that you stay in remembrance. Blessing, may you become a double light angel and always stay light by transforming mine into yours. While walking and moving around, always have the awareness, I am an angel. What are the forms of angels? What are their words? What are their actions? Keep this constantly in your awareness, because since you belongs to the Father, since you have made everyone mine into yours, you have become light angels. In order to fulfill this aim constantly, always remember just the one expression. Everything belongs to the Father. Nothing is mine. There you used to the word mine. Now use yours. You will not maybe feel any burden. You will continue to fly constantly in the flying stage. Slogan, wear the garland hard to surrender yourself to the Father, and you will not be defeated by Maya. Om Shanti.